Hey, this is Candy with Lovely by Nature, and I'm making a soap today. I wasn't going to make any more soaps until February. However, I was really stressed today, and as well as yesterday, so I decided to, make some soap. If you, some of you may not know, but I live in Columbia, Maryland, and there was a shooting at the Columbia Mall yesterday. And my daughter was in the mall. So she texts me and says, Mom, someone's shooting in the mall. The first thing I want to do is call her, but I'm like, okay, now why is she texting me? So I decide against calling her just in case that person is there, around her, so I don't want them to, hear her phone ring. So I text her back. Well, where are you? And she tells me she just left out of the back door of the mall. So she's safe, but the police is out there, and they have everyone in one particular, well, in a certain area. So I, start asking her questions, and she, tells me she was coming. Actually, she was going to work early yesterday, and as soon as she walks through the employee entrance, gets past the bathroom into the corridor, and she hears gunshots. But of course, nobody knows. They hear gunshot. Then who's thinking that somebody's shooting a gun inside the mall? So when she hears the gunshot inside the mall, she pauses, but then she starts walking again because they all are thinking, pretty much everybody's thinking the same thing. Oh, that was just somebody dropping something or a loud noise or something like that. Well, as she started walking again, she heard it again. And immediately, everyone starts running. Everyone starts running. She runs back in the direction for which she came. And, she just was hysterical. I just crying when I finally did call her, because after a while she texted me back. I'm sorry. After I texted her and I asked her where was she was like she was safe. And then she texted me and said something else. And I'm like, I need to call her. I need to speak to my child. So I called her, and she said she was telling me the story. And, so I began asking her, well, where are her coworkers? She like, they're over there. I'm like, so pretty much everyone's safe. Do you know if anybody's injured or anything like that? She's like, she don't know. So, um, she just was crying. So she said she needed to call me back. So she was gonna go over there near her employees, and I don't even know. I just don't even know, why that first phone call I didn't, tell her to go home. But I assumed that the police, wasn't letting anybody leave yet. But I got on the phone. I called my aunt and told my aunt what had happened. And my aunt was like, well, where's she? I'm like, she's standing out in the mall. She said, call her back and tell her to go home. So I called her, told her to go home. She went home, called me, and that was pretty much, you know, I knew she was safe, but I wasn't sure about everyone. You know, I was in DC at the time, so I don't know, I didn't get like Baltimore TV, channel news. So I didn't know what was going on. She said that she thought that there were a couple of people that were hurt. She don't know, you know, what their injuries were, but she knew that, there was supposedly a couple of people hurt. So I told her, take a nap and I'll see her later. So found out later that there were 3 dead, including the possible shooter. So, and nobody really knows what happened. So, I haven't really been able to sleep. I tried to get some sleep. She was doing better. Her friend came by, and they went out to eat. And another thing too, my son was visiting. He's getting ready to um, go out to sea. So we wasn't sure where he was. So actually, that was when I found out where was she. She told me where she was, and then I asked her, well, where's your brother? He's gone home. I'm like, go ahead, call him and see where he is. Make sure he's on the road. So we called. He was on his way back home. So, we were happy about that, but still just upset about everyone else. So, I want to take this time to, to send my condolences to the families of the victims. And I'll definitely be keeping them in my prayer. It's just a tragic situation. No one should ever, have to go through anything like that. So I haven't been able to sleep. I woke up early this morning around 3 o'clock. Couldn't get back to sleep until around 6. Woke up around 9 and just been thinking about making a soap. And as you can see, I know I done stirred this thing about, I don't know how many times. So I'm trying to, relax a little bit and get it off of my mind, which is going to be really difficult, but I'll do my best. All right, so I'm going to make a soap now. It really should be titled Dazed and Confused because I'm definitely dazed and confused. I'm not sure about anything in the world today. You can't go to the mall. You can't go to the movies. You can't go anywhere. I wanted to go to the movies, but I refuse to go to the movies now. I wait till the video, comes out on DVD. And I watch it, on DVD because I'm sort of afraid to go to the movies. And I love the mall, but I'm not sure when I'll be back in the mall. So, yeah. It's unfortunate. Okay. So this soap, I'm going to make this really quick, and it's getting ready to have a very thick trace. I've taken a really long time preparing all of this stuff because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, but since I wanted to make, and I think I messed up already. So it is what it is. I put some of this in there. So, yeah, it's tough. I'm just going to mix this in with my hand. I think I should have mixed the lye solution with, after I poured some off on for my colors. Since I did everything else now, I'm just going to go ahead and, should I add this? I have a lot. What I do is I add a little bit of this, my scent later, because I want to pour some of this off. Alright, so I'm doing a lot of colors. I don't know if they're going to color because this is gray. I'm trying to get a purple, a blue. I grabbed all of the oxides that I had in my cabinet, up on my shelf, I'm sorry. All of the ones that I had up on my shelf, I grabbed those. Except for pink, because I don't think that, there's nothing pink about what's going on. And I didn't grab the sienna because, only because, let me pour some of this out. Yeah, only because I used a red clay and it looks similar to the sienna color. Alright, so we're not going to do a lot of that. So, okay, I'm going to mix these up real quick. And then I'm going to add some fragrance oil. And I couldn't think of a scent to, use, so I pretty much blend it. Well, I blend all of my fragrance oils now, except for pink sugar and blue sugar. Yeah, except for those. It smells so good. This is a blend of pink sugar with a hint, maybe I wouldn't say a hint, but a little more than a hint of purple Hooters.